Fresh crack of Maker's Mark Cask Strength, but this time it's got an age statement on it. Is this transparency or is it a flex? Let's find out. Oh, nice. All right, welcome back to Wowdy Proof, where we crack bottles, we drop takes, and we try to figure out why my bourbon budget keeps filing for emotional support. Today, we are fresh cracking that Maker's Mark Cask Strength, but not just any batch. This one is 7 years old. 7 years, 2 months, actually. And this is exactly the glow up that Maker's fans have been begging for. And so let's see if this weeded heavyweight actually delivers. Maker's Mark has been the red waxed icon since the 1950s, famous for its soft weeded mash bills, that sweet, approachable profile. But for years, fans have said the same thing. Give us more proof, give us more age, give us something with a little teeth. Enter Maker's Mark Cask Strength, the uncut, unfiltered version of their classic recipe. And this 7-year version, it pushes deeper into the barrel, darker into the oak, and way further into the flavor spectrum than the standard lineup. This is Maker's, just grown up. All right, let's get a little pour. A little glug glug. Oof. Viscosity check here. This thing pours like caramel with a gym membership. You got some very deep amber, syrupy legs. Look at those legs on there. And it's already telling you, I'm not your everyday red wax sipper. All right, first nose. This is got a kind of standard Maker's profile, but it's turned up a bunch. The 7-year age statement definitely adds some depth to this. And instead of just this like weeded softness, you get the vanilla creams, maybe some warm caramel. It's adding some cherries. It's adding some toasted oak and maybe even a little cinnamon bark. Definitely turns it up to 11. All right, let's go for a taste. Wow, that is a flavor wave. Got some honey, some brown sugar, vanillas, then like a punch of baking spice and oak. The wheat to keep it kind of soft, but the proof is giving it some backbone. There is a richness here, and there's like a caramel brulee with a cinnamon crust kind of flavor. This is the Maker's profile that people wish that the standard bottle had. The finish is long, warm, dessert leaning, vanilla, toasted oak, a little cherry. There's a lingering cinnamon heat to it. It's definitely a Kentucky hug, but the friendly kind that lets you breathe. All right, time for a wildy take, right? I've got to say it. This Maker's Mark 7-year Cask Strength might be the sleeper contender in that weeded bourbon foolproof world. You may remember Green River launched their weeded bourbon foolproof. It came in loud. It was bold. There's a youthful energy to it, swinging for the fence with spice and sweetness. But Maker's, it's quieter, it's deeper, there's more maturity. It doesn't shout, it smolders. Where Green River hits you with some fresh baked sweetness and proofy punch, Maker's brings that layered oak, richer caramel, and more seasoned backbone. Two totally different personalities, one loud and flexing, one calm and confident. But don't let the red wax fool you, right? This 7-year Cask Strength absolutely belongs in the same conversation. And depending on your palate, it might even steal the spotlight. All right, who should pick up this Maker's Mark Cask Strength 7-year, 2-month version, right? If you're a weeded bourbon fan, this is a must try. If you love those high proof pours with sweetness and spice, this is right in your lane. If you always thought Maker's was too soft or too sweet, this bottle might change your mind. But if you want something soft and gentle, you might want to stick to the classic red wax. All right, so where does this Maker's Mark Cask Strength land on the Wowdy Proof rating scale? Friends, it's a treasure, just straight across the board. That nose, sweet, rich, oak forward, the palate with the thick dessert leaning, spicy backbone, the finish being long, warm, that cinnamon kiss to it. Value, and for about $45 MSRP, that's tough to beat. The Green River Foolproof weeded bourbon, that was in the $50 price range. So, I mean, we're talking a little bit less. We're talking a better age statement. We're talking about a pronounced and clear age statement. 7 years, 2 months. Green River, where you at? Where's your age statement? Now, I know Green River is that 5 to 7 year range, and so it's a little bit younger. But makers, this is a dialed in, grown up version that absolutely earns its spot. So, what do you think about this 7 year batch? Does it beat the regular Cask Strength? Does it go toe to toe with Green River? Let me know in the comments. What do you want to see next? Do you want to see a blind between that Green River and the Maker's Mark? Could be a heavyweight title fight right there. Till next, thanks for watching, friends. It's Wildy Proof, and we'll see you in the next pour. Oh, nice.